Hey guys, welcome to Bastion Time. I am your host Bastion. This is Nintendo News. Let's get to that news. First of all, Mr. Aonuma said that it is possible that there will be a Skyward Sword HD. He clarified that though by saying, it's definitely very possible, but Breath of the Wild is really like their second attempt at Skyward Sword. He feels like Breath of the Wild is a much better improved version of Skyward Sword in some kind of way. I think possibly he means graphically, like maybe Breath of the Wild better represents what they were trying to do graphically with Skyward Sword, because there are a lot of similarities there. But it'd be interesting. He says that it would be weird to have Skyward Sword HD in the mix because Breath of the Wild is kind of like a Skyward Sword HD, but it sounds like it's still possible, and I definitely play an HD version of Skyward Sword, that's for sure. Our next story is about the fact that Mr. Miyamoto said something very cryptic about the Mario series, and said that a vastly different, I think is the exact words he said, a vastly different Mario game is in the works, and that we might see it at next year's E3. So, a completely different style of Mario. I don't know what that could possibly be. I'd sure like a Mario Galaxy 3, that'd be great, but I don't think that's coming, so who knows what that's going to be, but it will be awesome to see when that is revealed, apparently at next year's E3. DORKLY, I love their comics, they're usually great. This one has me stumped. It's like the problem with Breath of the Wild, and I'm gonna ruin it for you. I'm sorry, but I just have to in order to rant about it. They end up saying like, oh wow, look at this big beautiful world, it's so vast, and look at all this nature, and now I have to go kill it. Well, yeah, I mean, you've got to kill the monsters. What? And yeah, you can burn the field if you want to, but you don't have to. I don't know. It's like they feel like, oh, Nintendo's shoving this big, beautiful landscape down our throat, and then we have to go destroy it. And that's not quite what the game is. So I don't really understand the comic at all, and didn't chuckle or laugh or anything. So I think DORKLY's off their game for once. Mr. Reggie Fils-Aimé, who's of course the president of Nintendo of America, or is his new title CEO of Nintendo of America? I'm never on top of what his official title is, but anyways, he went on record as saying that Nintendo is not interested in VR until it is mainstream. So no virtual reality consoles. Apparently that's not part of what the NX is about. No virtual reality consoles from Nintendo until it's completely mainstream. And that makes sense, because I really don't feel like the technology is quite there still for virtual reality. I still think we need to get a little further before something like that can be seamless and pleasant to experience. So that's my own personal opinion, and apparently Reggie shares that same opinion, which is a first. And then our final bit of news for the day is that a rep from Nintendo Canada, well, I think it's specifically the CEO of Nintendo of Canada, said, yep, there was no NX stuff at this year's E3, however, NX news is coming, and it's coming in the fall. So we only have a few months then, I guess, to wait to find out info about the NX. That's pretty cool. It's interesting that nobody else, like Reggie didn't say anything like that, Miyamoto didn't say anything like that, Bill Trinan didn't say anything like that, but apparently it must be the case if Nintendo of Canada is saying it, so NX news coming this fall. That's exciting. Anyways, that is it for this episode of Nintendo News. See you guys next time for more news. Bye, guys.